don't think anyone's surviving this one. Oh no.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and it is Group C's time to shine. It is the first episode of Boys Planet 2, the C group, the full cams. I'm excited to look at these. I counted 15, maybe we'll give or take a couple. I really enjoyed watching Group K. I just finished watching episode 1 of Boys Planet 2, so I'm excited to, after concluding the full cams of this, going and watching the C version and how it all goes down. I'm ready. I hope you guys are. Let's go. Okay, our first group, they are called Chang Fu A, and they have a track by Vix. Vix is such a good artist. I'm excited to look at this. And how we're going to do it is I'm going to try to maintain consistency, and what my criteria when I was looking at these is I do know the new star system, and I also know what our panel has been looking for, at least on the K side. So that may refine some of my feedback that I give to Group C in comparison to what I was giving to Group K. I'm ready though. Let's go.
Big rise and right now. This is real plantation. Attention. Cause I'm a big rock. Now. What's planet? 날이 또 지르고 타고나고 있어 갈래서 시간대 어느 나 부르고 돌아서고 있어 위협하는 너 말해도 틀리지 않아
I don't know why. This feels like it's in slow motion, doesn't it? It's not. Just how much time it's taking up in this space. Oh man.
난 너를 위해 장난감 목숨 오늘 강당강당해 불안해 화투해 당연에게로 갈아타려 해 오늘 내가 지내 너가 지게 너가 주문이 붙어봐라 같이 똑같아 가져해 너다 보내줘 착시 준비 끝났어 Sexy you ready? Oh, 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 happy birthday 매일 오는 day 매일 오는 day Let's go
Some of our vocals are a bit on the strained side. Okay, so for this, let me get a different colored pen instead of black. All right, we're going to be establishing what would the stars that they get, what would that be? So what it is for this season, if they're reflecting what Group K is doing, which I believe the answer to be yes, is going to be 1 star to 3 stars. 3 stars is considered your all-star. You're like, woohoo, bada bing, bada boom. 1 star is like, ooh, you need some work, but you got potential. 2 star is how I was measuring in Group K was pretty on the money for the most part for the episode, so that was fine. Then the no stars. I was giving people no stars, and those are the people that get sent home, is essentially what that is. So that's a bit unfortunate. I don't think any of these guys are going to get sent home, but I don't see really any of them being a contender for an all-star either. So we're going to go back to a just let it play overview because we got so many to get through. I know we don't want to micro-analyze these until we get to more different challenges. So with our trio here, it was just so interesting. It does feel slowed down. I don't quite know why. It just feels that way in the bit rate of the video. But anyway, good charisma from him. I can see him pull a 2 star pretty confidently there, right? So the different angsty emotions out of that, I really like those choices coming through it as well. Boys Planet. Another component too with this is if you're choosing a K-pop track, because everybody here is trying to get in the Group C equivalent, we're dealing with addiction. Like overcoming that in comparison to Group K, they're doing tracks that are in their native language for the most part. Of course, you have people from Japan, Thailand, XYZ, but here you're going to have some teams that go the Chinese route and some that are going to go the Korean route. And that can play a role as well. Your song choice matters a lot, but that's another component that I may not be able to touch on as effectively because I'm not fluent in Chinese nor in Korean on the phonetic side to really know if we're hitting things as clearly for the track that it is, right? So the accent is nice, good angle. So from a performance side, they have pretty decent charisma, which is something that gets looked at. Potential charisma and talent. You got to be able to supplement it if you are missing one over another. So he's very stable, closest thing to all-star that we could probably see out of the three people in the group. The reverb of that was nice. They're pretty clean. So he's okay, this guy right here. But we broke right there. So could he get... If I see the potential of a 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, I could see that happen here. With the grab that... And if it's the same rap master, he's pretty strict on rap line stuff. A bit on the breathier side, not really regulating our stamina. He's very strong. Showed vocals and rap. No one's a no-star, though. Oh, we pull that glove off. Okay, so I believe our blonde guy is going to be... I could see him be 2 or 3 stars. I'm going to give him 3 stars, all-star, because he was very strong, very stable. And every time we saw him in the line distribution, good quality of movement. They all worked very well together in the movement side, but they were showing each other's weaknesses, at least when somebody's really, really clear and they're doing a good job on the presentation, that can work against others when they are not. And I would say the guy in the red jacket, I could see him get a 1 star because there was, throughout the entirety of it, there were cracks, voice cracks, and a lot of it it gave the impression more of I'm nervous, not I'm incompetent, right? Because we had charisma and stage presence that a lot of times is hard to fake if you haven't practiced that, right? Or he's just naturally gifted in that area, which can be something that supplements for the lack of clarity of the talent of the vocals. And then my guy in the black shirt, I can see him go 2 stars. So I would say each one gets a different star is what my guess would be for this group. But this is, guys, when I say this is really fun to get to watch these and get thoughts and then be able to watch the episode and see how Mnet chooses to edit it. Now, I don't know how they're going to edit the C side because it isn't the same. It's a completely different group of people. I don't know if we're going with different expectations or if the narrative is going to be the same. I don't know how Mnet modifies depending on the demographic that they're tailoring to. You know, I don't know. But I am looking forward to seeing how we get to uncover some really cool people here. So those are my votes for these guys here. Next guy that we have is from Chromosome, which I have heard of that agency before. Get a Guitar by Rise. Ooh, this one could be a tough cookie to crack. Rise's choreo was no joke on the fullness. Here we go.
If you want something to play with, get a guitar.
Okay. Here we go.
Still, baby, still.
Fun dance break moment there. strong. Good projection. Okay. Hey, that was a nice little travel up there. Okay. So knowing what I know, I can't change the fact that based on what I've been exposed to at this point with episode reviews and things like that, that can frame how I look at these, and that's okay, right? I'm going to try to at least maintain consistency within the bracket of the routines that we're watching here in the video. So for this, based on how on the K side, we saw some of our solo works, our individuals, how they were expressing their movement quality to their vocals. He was stable. They may say something along the lines of they appreciate his live vocals stability. I could see him get All-Star for this because he didn't cut off his movements as really that much here. He was choosing to regulate between going, choosing when to vocalize, when not, and that can be a strategy that works in your favor, right? So if you want something to play with, get a guitar, right? It's just fun lyrics. And so all of this is clean, good phrasing. It does give the impression of being on the breathier side, but we have to remember this is something that I was picking up on in the comments on Patreon for the K side, as well as in the episode review. Mnet will doctor, or they will do what they want with the vocals, either in these full cams or in the episodes. So I have to keep that in mind, that based on what I'm hearing here, may not be the full picture, and that's okay, right? So listening, it's giving, he's singing live, and there was always a point made whenever there was an impressiveness of somebody singing live, and I just assumed everybody was supposed to sing live the whole time for a survival show like this, because your singers that are being adjudicated on the singing, of course, with charisma and the ability to dance, whatever, but you gotta be able to carry a tune because you're an idol, right? And if you just want to focus on dancing, then you could be a dancer. So that's what makes me very intrigued about some of our up and coming in the next episode on the K side, some of our contestants, because they are known for dancing. So he's doing a very nice job. You can hear it is on the breathier side, but could it just be that Mnet didn't edit it out compared to other people where I don't hear that breath? I don't know. But he's hitting all the pitches, which is nice. He's not cutting off anything. Traveling it through, clear. This is pretty tricky to get clear, and I really like the wave through on that. You can see dynamics. He isn't really traveling super full in the hinges of the body or going really full in the kinesphere. He's dancing more internalized. But for him singing everything, this is a group track, so you normally hear these lines get distributed amongst different people, but he's singing it all. So that's another thing that we can commend for, which can be the risk that you take whenever you choose a song. He did pretty good. Tell me, what is... Yeah, it sounds a little bit weighty or a little bit out of breath. Ba-da-da-da. Baby. He chose to hit more of a harmony moment. Turn out of it is nice. He doesn't look tired, which helps. Hit up was nice. Bum, bum. Da-da-da, Head is nice. Nothing crazy there. Don't. Subtlety, nice dance break. Shows his dance ability. And the smartest thing that he chose to do was to project in this moment, because normally you would be expecting the fatigue to set in, or he becomes a little bit on the breathier side, which can, of course, showcase the imbalance between my dancing and my vocals, because that's a really hard thing to refine. And so the fact that he's projecting very well here, even with a vibrato and a run, come on now, doing pretty well. Yeah, he's made Chromosome proud. Tell me, what is... The only thing is I don't know what his pronunciation is. The travel through, that right there with the body roll through, of course it could be a little bit more clear traveling up the torso, but you could see it readable enough to get to the tail end of the phrase. The turn out of it, da-da-da-da. Get a guitar, with a fun finish. He did very well. I can see him go all-star. And what I was doing in the last breakdown video with Group K, who would I see in the episode? I'm going to say most of these are going to show up in the episode, but I don't know which ones get their whole excerpt or which ones get compilation. I'm going to say the very first group that went, they're going to get a full little excerpt. He's going to get a full excerpt. Maybe even a, hey, show us another talent you have, because there's even the extra test you can do where there's a, hey, show us a special talent that you said you have. And it looks like he's pretty decent dance skills of it. This choreography did not look awkward on him whatsoever. It was just looking internalized, which is not the same thing as having stiffness in your execution. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing him and what he chooses to do, because that was a very strong audition for a soloist, for sure. Next up, it looks like we have Devil's Game by Zero Base One. Have I reviewed this choreo yet? I don't think I have. Haven't seen it yet. It is on my spreadsheet because I'm marathoning Zero Base One right now. It's like 3. I get to take a look at it. How exciting. Okay. Ooh, I get a new Zero Base One track for me.
Right now, here it comes. 섬뜩한 속삭임 이제 거부할 수 없어 너 아빠 그 함정
Okay, Charisma.
미래를 갇힌 듯한 이 문제는 함정 속에 chance again 서로를 뒤쫓아 What you feeling? What you feeling? 난 나를 후회해 원했으면 준비 내 안에는 다 Just like the movie Devil Can Drama
This guy right here. MJ's swag about it. But a little bit ahead of our music. Oh. A lot of falsetto. Wow. Okay, so if we're giving an all-star in this group, it would be my guy right here. Some of his fullness reminds me of JL from AHOP or Universe League. Isn't that interesting? Cool, that was fun. Okay, overview time. I don't see anybody scoring less than a 2-star. I say maybe one guy can entertain a 1-star, but he wasn't that off in comparison to other 1-stars I have issued, right? Because remember, I am to stay true to my criteria and how I was looking at these, even though it is freaking near impossible to not be aware of what our judges or our masters are looking for, which is fine, because at the end of the day, I treat it like a collaboration. Anyway, say our first guy. He says, are you ready now? Here we come. Set it up. Such a devil, you're such a devil. That's this one is really demanding on the falsetto side, right? So I would need to hear the song to truly verify that, which makes me excited because I will be looking at the song here soon with Zero Base One. But they do pretty good. They stay together. When it comes to projection, he definitely showcases, because when I look for all-star, it's a who's ready to debut now, or if they're an idol, who's like throw them on stage and they're ready to go. Because with most of the K group, I wouldn't have been able to tell you who was, who was in a group, who wasn't. I would say the only ones I was clocking was Very Very, but it's because of the amount of analysis or breakdowns I've done with them and seeing them on Road to Kingdom. That's really the only reason why I knew them. And so there could be some C-pop groups in here that I'm unaware of, which makes me excited to dive into a different realm that I'm not as fluent in, which is cool. But for the all-stars that say who has the qualities of, the vocal competency based on the line distribution and what role they're choosing to be in. The movement quality competency, are we showcasing a sense of charisma or stage presence and projection? Is that coming across in reading well based on the song that you chose? So I would say out of the 4, he definitely shows that very clearly to me. I could see this group get featured, and I can see him, at least one all-star. I can see most of them get issued 2 stars as well. Maybe somebody else getting an all-star. Some of us are rushing a smidge. That was nice, good levels with the feature. It is a risk when you choose to go with the track that's based off a group that came from this survival show franchise, right? Because, what was it? Binna, that one, Yogi Binna, that worked against the individuals that chose to go that route. I would say most people, well, I was wrong with one of them. He ended up getting all-star, which, hey, live your life, that's fine. He did Sweat by Zero Base One. There was a Say My Name, which is a little project team with Boys Planet's first season. Here I Am, first season. So this track just comes from the group, but we know the group has, we have a familiarity of them. If you are aware of the show, you're aware of those members of that sector, so there's a subconscious expectation that you have to hold it down in a live context because those guys had to go hell or high water to get to the position they were in, right? The turnout of it was fine. So I would see him, if anybody's going to teeter close to a 1, it would be my guy here, but I would say under normal circumstances for myself, when I was ranking from the all-star, 2-star, 1-star, no star, I would see him more as a 2 than a 1, but I could see it. Bring it down. I don't know if he had enough lines to teeter into an all-star. Nice fullness, great dynamics. Cross behind is cool. Da, 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 da. He's pretty, yeah, my guy right here would be my other all-star consideration. Great projection and switching between falsetto and chest voice. And then my other 2, not quite in that area. Come on, dance feature. Bah, boom. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'ma be a devil. Baby, it's so full and clear. Bah, bah. Yeah. They do good working together as a team. So I'm going to say, let's have some fun here. Let's do 2 are going to go all-star. For sure, one of them. But for the sake of making it a game, and then we're going to do 2, Devil's Game. We're going to have 2 of them. They're going to be 2 stars. I don't see everybody going all-star for this. I mean, and really only one person dropping to 1. But based on how I would look at these without the episode, I would have leaned more 2 for them. Cool. Next up, Pump It Up by Boy Story. This is, what is it? Beijing A. So they did these off of, they're not agencies, they're locations. So this is Beijing A. So that means we're probably going to have a Beijing B. And unfortunately, with our Seoul groups, they did not fare very well. So I wonder if Mnet chose to operate in a similar flow, which my assumption is yes, for this. So there's a chance this group may not be the greatest because both Seoul groups ended up getting sent home because of their no stars. Spoiler if you didn't know. Watch the episode of K before coming here. That's the order. There we go. Fun start.
Everybody pump it up like a bird. We got it pump, 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 pump it up, pump it up like a bird.
Oh man.
Wait a minute， 尖叫拼命的背，节奏继续 shake it， 气氛情绪都别降下，去制定正确的答案。
say my guy in yellow. I'm blue are pretty okay so far. Oh, bless their hearts.
Everybody pump it up.
That was cute. Cute little moment at the end. So I can see 2 of them being no stars, which means they get eliminated. And I can see 2 of them survive in this group, which fared better than Soul A did. So, all right, let's chat about it. The leans were cute. The turn was nice. Come on with the little tie fix. Brings it out in. Da da da. Here we go. Good tone, nice and stable. Ba, 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 ba. Nice full projection. And then unfortunately, my guy right here, his projection struggling throughout. And for this to be the first time we're hearing him, normally if you hear this kind of instability near the end, we can affiliate it to we're not regulating the difference between, like, we've run out of steam because we focus so much on the dancing, but we haven't moved enough in the dance for this to be happening so soon. So it's a little bit easier for us to kind of equate it to, we may not be vocally ready to handle dancing and singing at the same time, which is unfortunate for a show like this where it's kind of a prerequisite, right? So not very strong or tones off there. Pump, pump, pump. That boom, boom, boom. Laying around he's pretty decent here. I can see him survive, possibly. Woo! So I would say 3 out of 4 are surviving. I thought my guy in white, I think it was just the guy in the black and the yellow. Unfortunately, every time we heard him, it was just unfortunate in not being stable. Even though movement-wise, they're pretty decent in the cohesion. Now, are they clean? No. But it's not so... The vocal difference isn't equivalent to the dance difference. Like, there's a bigger vocal difference than how we're seeing our movement. It's a little bit harder to find with our movement, right? So I could see maybe my guy in white and blue be 1 star, maybe my guy in yellow and 2, or everybody in 1, and then my other guy no star. Nice and stable there. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, bum, bum, bum. And then once again, not very aware. He sounds tired. All of this from a movement side is pretty clean as well. Good burn. Yeah, I would say my 3 right here fared very well. I mean, oh man, the guy in yellow and the guy in blue, I can see lean into even closer to the 2-star realm. My guy in the white, 1 star, maybe 2 star, but I would be surprised if our guy in the black and yellow was kept around based on who they were letting go and how I was ranking the last groups. That would be my vote. So I'm going to say 3 of them survive. Let's give them... I'm going to say 1 is going to be no star. That I feel really confident in. But the other guys, it's going to be dependent on their panel and what they look for. And if they are they going to make him reevaluate? Are they going to let him, is based on his performance, is that going to subtly influence their star ranking? There was a particular group I wanted to see in the episode, but I didn't get to see. And it was the Lemonade group because of this kind of instance where there was a guy who was giving all-star energy and a guy giving no-star energy. And this one is these guys, could it be the song choice? I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say 2 for everybody except for this guy, and then he would get no. because I'm so hesitant and they're not giving this definite, it could be song, the charisma and how we're projecting it. It is, they're doing the choreo, but it does give more of a cover vibe than a we're making this our own vibe. So that'll be my guess. I'm gonna stay true to myself. I'm gonna just put 2-star for everybody else. But if they had a different song and how they projected was a little different, I could see them teeter to 3. But I'm gonna be confident in my 2. Next up, we have Ning Po, and he's doing Turn Up. Okay. Nice. I could see Beijing A, because I forgot to say this, I could see Beijing A be like a compilation with like just a little blurb, a little excerpt. Not a full feature, I don't think. So, here we go. Turn up. Okay.
They call me into the ICK. 自我介绍, that's okay. So fly, so clean. Boom, man, illegitimate queen. So fresh, so clean.
Wow.
准备好 but to kill this bear. Hands up, drinks down. 跟到武器给它跳进去 let's go.
Wow, we crashed. But oh man, that's so cool though. He didn't let it overly affect him. Wow.
When they kiss back, party people can't wait for not the hot track. 以为是谁上次听闻还不够 Here come, 你看人不瘦 Hold down, back on 谁也抓不住我 turn us right down.
Wow.
So what? 我疯狂做 what?
Timing got off there. We're starting to fall apart here. Oh. Woo, that was scary. So they're like heavy martial arts influence in their choices, right? Wow, very, 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 very full energy. That was cool. There was a section of this where I touched on this in the K, but I'll talk about it here, where when you have something that doesn't go right and there's this instability that's showcasing, we can run into the problem of when you do other difficult things, it's harder for us to look at it without a sense of liability and concern, because we're not sure if it's going to work, because the previous one didn't work and we're predicting machines and we're pattern making machines, right? So I am intrigued on the scores for this one. They're very full. If they landed everything, I could see them pull what IST pulled, IST Entertainment group did. Heavy martial arts. I think this is very interesting, right? Full, very cohesive as a team. I can see the guy who ended up crashing on his flip dropping to a 2. I can see one of them get an all-star. That's okay. The knock is cool. Hands up. Is down. He has pretty good charisma and projection. It's nice to hear. And then he ends up falling out of it, like on the bottom. Like that was a crash. But he goes right back in. So from a professionalism standpoint, he got right back in. And it's better to make a mistake earlier versus later. He doesn't fall behind, which is smart. I wonder, he feels probably very disappointed. Add on, yep. Turn up, 2, 3, straight line. That kick was really, really clean. That has a heavy martial arts competency of form, is what that reminds me of, which is cool. See, this is really hard to count. Like, I don't know if that's just the song or if that's just how they're doing it. I got this one that kiss back. Party people can't wait for not the hot track. 以为是谁上次听闻还不够 they sound phonetically. And also, I'm not fluent in Chinese, and I'm not familiar with the song, so it could just be those components that contribute, right? Yeah, toss away, ba 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 ba, da 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 da, down 2, 3, and that timing, that was off. I'm gonna say that one was more off. So yeah, so my guy, oh man, with this lift is scary, right? They toss him up, and he almost, oh my gosh, guys, this was really scary because of where he landed. Do you see how close he landed to this guy right here? That's like dangerously close. Like he could have taken his ankle out if he landed on him, that's how close we were. We were garment grazing is what that looked like. Hold on, slow it down. Look at this. Watch. Oh my god, that was close. It was cool, but that angle was not my best friend in watching that. Well, this one's really tricky because how are they going to drop their stars? Like, that was cool. Are they going to factor in the crashes? They're clean. They maintain projection near the end. Oh, this one's going to be really tough for me to do. The crash. I can see the crash drop. If they landed everything, more all-stars would be in order. I don't know if we would give one. Oh, man. I can see him potentially getting one. I can see him drop to 2. I could see him possibly go down to a 1 because of the timing of his vocals for that moment. But his recovery and professionalism is what saved him from dropping further. And then I would see this guy possibly teeter at a 2. So I'm going to say 2, 2, 1, 3. Sure. I mean, but also if they're like, we really appreciate the fact that you really went for it and you showcased something different and unique and you worked through the crash and, because they could also obligate the star issuing from that sense too. And there's also the politics on having a certain proportion of all stars to star 2s to star 1s. No one's going home here. I mean, even 1 star would be pretty harsh, but it's also like you have to be able to regulate what goes into your routine to make it successful within the space that you're operating in it. Because it's a competition, right? This isn't a concert where we're doing it. If you make a mistake, your fans are understanding. This is the first time we're watching you, and you showed me that you fell out of something, and you showed me another dangerous trick that literally you were walking a very fine line on taking one of your members out in your audition, right? So it's, oh man, this is tough. This is tough. And it's not that they're incompetent and incapable. No. Based on their form, I see it. Which is probably why it would therefore be the question of, it's, as much as it can be assumed, you don't really 100% know unless they give you the blurb on Mnet. I don't have their files. I just have this one video. It's a checkpoint, right? So that's why it's hard for me. I don't want to assume. I'm only given what's in front of me, but I'm using other contacts to help me make an educated guess on, do we really not know what we're doing, or do we know what we're doing and it was just a fluke? I'm leaning more in that direction here because of all the other areas that we've touched on. So I'm going to stick with what my gut is leaning towards for this. I'm going to say 1 all-star. I'm going to say 2 2-stars. And I'm going to say 1 1-star. And if my ear was wrong, then I can see him bump up. I see the blonde go to a 1-star. But no one's going home. Not at all for this. And I also don't know if they're an idol group. I do know that idol groups are held to a higher expectation. But they all projected very well. And just like with the IST team, one of the members almost got docked a star by the Rap Master. But because of the cohesion of the team, it helped him maintain an all-star status. So that could be something that helps in this case, is you have some people really working for each other and X, Y, all that stuff. There's a chance this may not even get shown. I have no idea, right? Just like with Rui from the first Boys Planet, theirs wasn't really shown 100% either. So this could just be a compilation. So I'm going to actually, oh man, are they going to show this? I'm going to say this is a compilation one. This is not going to get a whole excerpt. I'm going to say Beijing A is also a comp too. But they were so full and they projected. Huh. I don't know. All right, we're going to move on. Next, this is YS and TM, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire by Boy Next Door. Here we go.
One planet, let's go! Earth, wind, and fire. Earth, wind, and fire.
We're rushing. Song choice. This song was not the best choice for them. It's too fast and it's in the wrong key. With one of them. Yeah, song choice really did not work in their favor. It was teetering on 1, but there's a chance they could walk away with no stars for this because the song was too fast for them from a pronunciation standpoint. I'm not saying it's, I don't know if they're Korean or not. That's not the point. It's a, for this track, when you have your panel, they got in-ears and they are analyzing your ability to be able to nail it. I don't believe most of the time it wasn't nailed. And then you also have, from a choreographic standpoint, you could see they were getting fatigued in the vocals and physically because some of our jumps were not together and some of us chose to opt out of the jump or they opt out of a sequence. So that's, oh man. Boys Planet. So really fun, strong start. The kicks were cute. Usage of transition was nice. But immediately, because we went so full in this first, 15 seconds, you have the unfortunate instability out the gate. For the first time, we're hearing you hold it down individually. Oh. Even here. This would be one of those teams that I would want to see if they ended up with no stars and they chose to retest. I mean, you ain't got much to lose, right? I would hope that their retest earns them a star. Based on how much we're teetering here, because they're able to project, but it's such an uphill battle on it that I wonder if just a different song would have allowed us to truly be able to hear what they have to offer. Right? Or if we just see them dance, see what they have to offer. But having to do both at the same time is really hard. And this is why I will always give props where props are due for idol groups that can sing and dance. Even if it's simple on the dance side, guys, it's so hard to be competent at both for a long period of time, right? It's just the amount of stamina that is required is so commendable, and the discipline to make that happen is even more so. So this one I would want to see a reassessment of, but it looks like a compilation of an elimination, right? If we're going to simulate what Mnet did in that first episode. And also the falsetto's not hitting. It's wavered. Feels so good, and we come up. He also looks a little bit like, maybe could be the fit of Jay, right? Jay from the first season. Fire, bow, bow, don't, earth, wind, and fire. Bow, 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 bow. Even there, yeah, you notice how he didn't jump, but he did. And then we ended up losing a bracelet or something, which I thought was fun. And then we lost it there. Lost it there. All of this, it's falling apart. Oh, man. Yeah, so thumbs up was cute with the little heart moment. Yeah, oh man, it hurts my heart whenever I know that there are not going to be people that we get to see past these videos, and I understand why, but I always am an advocate for growth, and I think they, with a different song, could have showcased more growth or more potential, because I know that's a component that gets looked at, is how much potential do you have. So there is a chance, because of what I'm picking up on, your panel could be picking up on something like that too, maybe, and they're like, you know what? I really want you guys to do the retest, and I want you to show us something else, and then make your choice. I'm hopeful here. I mean, it's either going to be a compilation or they're featured, and then we're going to see a reassessment. So I'm gonna throw that in there as a compilation one. I'm gonna say no stars, but they could reassess for a 1 star. Yeah, that's what my hope is, that the game is to be played in that way. Okay, moving on. We have R&D take on Candy by NCT Dream. Ooh, a lot of people, a lot of groups do Candy by NCT Dream because it has a hip-hop gregarious feel about it, which is fun. Well, actually, Candy, isn't Candy by NCT Dream a cover from H.O.T.? Weren't they the first ones to do it? R&D? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe? Here we go.
Candy.
We're not mashing our tempo. When you're nervous, sometimes you rush. Oh, like, I'm rooting for him, but I would be surprised if he made it past here with a star. He was showcasing a lot of fatigue. I would say he has a really nice, what is it? It's he has a very personable vibe about him, doesn't he? Right? Dun dun, dun dun. My heart hurts in these cases. I would love to see him grow in the show, but they're not giving those opportunities this time around. Why? Because we're ending up combining C and K together, so we got too many people to do that with. And the fact that they're dropping an entire level of stars per mission is crazy town, right? Anyway, but yeah, for the majority of this, he was rushing. Now, we can always chalk it up to nerves, for sure, which is where it goes into the potential side, right? But even with the choreography given, he was showcasing fatigue, which other people have showcased more complexity and maintained stability. So that's the tricky part in all of this, right? It's just unfortunate. And he kind of keeps to himself right here in this center section too. Yeah, with a cute, fun little finish. So he was really nice to watch, and hopefully we'll be able to get maybe a little excerpt of him. Could he just be a part of a compilation of the no-star eliminations? Maybe. But he was, you know, it's nice to see him be able to explore this here. Next we have, Oh, this is Crown. Ooh, Rookie Energy TXT is what this is. This is risky business doing this one. Time is a little off here. Got it better that second time. Okay. And we got it. With an explosion with a fun finish. That was cute. This one reminds me within our groupings that we've seen of was it Earth, Wind, and Fire? That one? Where that song, if they had a different song, it would have a different result, possibly. This one, I would low-key extend the same courtesy to Crown TXT. Who is this? This is Inkod? Okay. Alright, overview. They did a very nice job on the movement quality side, but remember, we're looking for singers who dance, not dancers who sing. And now I know some people can debate that, especially in the Gen 5 sense of things, because of the heavy relevancy of crew choreography. But you could take the dance out of the idol and they can still be an idol, but when you take the singing out, they're just a dance troupe, right? It's changed the role in the industry. So that's why we prioritize singing over the dancing, even though the dancing can be incredible. You got to show a potential, at least potential. If you don't have the talent, you have to have charisma and potential in that component, right? And we're not recognizing pitch from the jump of our verse, right? Now, if we had it and then we started teetering into this realm of instability, going near the end, it could be a different story, but we didn't really showcase proper pitch or tone. The whole time from my guy in the white, I can see my guy in the Cheshire print, called like Cheshire Cat, with the pink and the blue. I can see him survive with a star. I don't know if we can see our guy in white survive. Because he's matching pitch. Yeah. Strong. Ah, this is getting that NCT 127 Lemonade duo from the K group. With a zoom in. Strong. I can see him pull 2 stars. My guy here, not so much, unfortunately. I love it. Oh. For it being so off pitch, that was giving hot 17 Boys Planet. Just that moment there it took me back, didn't it? Ooh. Ooh. He's so strong, but it's showcasing my guy in white's weaknesses more because of the stability from our pink and blue guy. With the finish. And they have such a fun little ending. They blow, whew, and he catches it. Heart, to the drop down. That was cute. So what would I do? I would say the guy in the pink and blue survives. The guy in the white doesn't, is what I'm leaning to. Would I want to see this one featured? Part of me, yes. Because I would just want to see what the judges how they would rank this, because I hadn't quite gotten a good one like that from the K episode yet. Oh man, so I'm gonna say yes. I want this one featured. NCT Dream one, I'm gonna say comp for that. This one could be a compilation. When I say comp, I mean compilation. Like it'll be in like a mass shot. This one, oh man. So I'm gonna say the guy in pink. I want to give him 2 stars because physically he did well in movement, and he was stable in all of his lines that he did, and he had great pitch. He matched it. Oh man, did he have star quality? He stood out enough, but was it because of who he was with? That's the tricky part. So would I have liked to see a reassessment? Maybe. Guy in pink. I can see him get 1 star, possibly 2 stars. I'm gonna say give him benefit of the doubt. We're gonna give him 2 stars. And then my guy in white, I can see tier 1 star, no star. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say 1 survives, 1 doesn't, is really what I'm leaning more so here. But that's a fun track. It's a risky track, just like Boy Next Door's is, because when you have a track that's from a rookie era of a boy group, it's always full out. Astro's a good example of this. BTS is an example of this. Go ahead and throw in TXT and Hypen. I mean, I hadn't really like dived in Hypen, but I would say, what is it? Zero Base One. You have choreography that is going to be physically demanding in some capacity for a debut track. Psychers, Lord help us for that one, right? So that's tricky when you choose a track like this for that reason. Okay. Next, we have, who is this? Gain. And he takes the track Mini Other by Never. Okay. Here we go. Is this a soloist? Yes. Soloist time. Ooh, he's got the spicy, silky blouse.
사랑하지 않기를 원해 멈출 수 없는 기억 속에 머릿속이 나밖에 안 보여 한숨의 새가 되길 바래 매일 반복된 널 지우는 일 끝까지 쉬운 조각들을 질리는 길 다시 돌아보니 눈부시게 빛나는 길 부디 흔적 없이 너를 나게 두지 않길
Very stable. Wow. Wow. Wow, he held it on for the most part. That was very well done. I could see him get all-star for the stability, right? And the variety that we were hearing. For movement, he showcased some really fun dynamic choices. He kept it pretty internal, didn't really travel it a lot in the space. Could that work against him? Maybe, but remember, singing takes the priority over the dancing in a lot of ways for this show. So I'm going to give this guy, I feel pretty confident he can get an all-star. Yeah. Usage of the breath was cool. The knock-knocks are nice. Good tone setting, literally. ISOs are nice. Usage of the chest we could take, for sure. Cross on cross, it crisscrosses on the bases. We can see it's clear, it's readable, we're not rushing. Hey, hey, that was an intentional hey, hey. It wasn't a hey, hey. It wasn't a breath reset, which was cool. Nice. Yeah. Pull out in, nice. Opens it up, drops it low, travels it through, come on with the head. Never, never. It actually makes me intrigued on the song. Never, never. Okay. I don't know who sings this. It says Gukmini Adur. Cool. And then notice his tone. He's literally, it gives the impression that this is not a solo track originally because of the charisma of this tone that he's hitting here compared to the da 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 da, do a bum 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 bum. Very interesting. His versatility. I think he's gonna get rewarded for that. It's what the vibe is. Remember, I don't know the song, which makes it even more of a mystery box for me. I'm hopeful I'm picking up on the right things, but that's really cool. And dance break. Yeah. Still full. He's showcasing more fullness in his choices, right? So it's louder in movement here compared to earlier on. Are his vocals still stable? For the most part, yes. He doesn't sound fatigued. I love you. So I don't know if that was strained or not because we have back vocals there. Drops to the knees for the high note. Hey, it's strategic. We saw it in the K group. Some people chose to dance in that moment. Some people chose to be still and hit the note. That tended to work better for people in how they were adjudicated, was when they made the moment stand and they had strong, stable vocals, are going to be looked at more favorably. Because you got three vocal masters, 1 rap master, 2 dance masters. If I'm thinking about it right. Yeah. If we're going off of the same quantity and same roles on both K and C. Same people? No. We have some overlap though. Yeah, so I think he did very well in going by himself and I'm just so freaking curious. I need to know if this song is a solo song or not. It's a Produce 101 song, so it is so not. That is not a solo song whatsoever. Well done, dude. That's actually very strategic. It's a risk, right? We touched on this whenever you're choosing to do, zero-based 1 track or Boys Planet affiliated track like Here I Am or, oh my gosh, there was a Say My Name. Those are very notable within this franchise, so you have to be careful. But he picked one that is before this franchise came about. You had the Produce 101 side, before things happened and we got to change the name and do a rebrand. So it was pretty strategic, and it's just far enough away to be like, yo, I can do a survival song mighty fine by myself. Ooh, right? That's cool. And he held it. So I expect him to get all stars for that, because he didn't really limit his movement as much. It was internalized and it was more, structured in staging, it wasn't as much of a priority to really use the stage. But what really matters in this audition, he did everything quite well from what I saw here. All right, next, Supergirl, the Chinese version by Super Junior M. This could work very well for the team, considering what part of the show we're in. Here we go.
Hey!
Oh, this is what? I don't even know who that was.
看我，看看我，不要总是想着他，不爱不爱他，不爱你，你的完美胜过他。不要再盯着那手机，不要再那三心二意。你明白的，你清楚的，我超级的女孩。有时候想起他说你的话，觉得快丢掉吧。你的好是多么神秘，请让我好好的保密。Oh my supergirl， 你是我的 baby girl， 他看不见你的美丽，平凡背后的魔力。Oh my supergirl， 我是你的 superman， 你的眼神让我着迷，为了你我生命。你是我最焦急的女孩，也在等待着我一起飞到未来。爱情不用猜，我是你最着急的依赖，也在等待着我一起飞到未来。爱情不用猜，白猜吧。
I just said this could have worked very well. Oh no.
don't think anyone's surviving this one. Oh no. Oh.
Okay. Let's go back through. Here. Hey was a strong start. Switch off. Nothing too crazy here. Range is decent. That not so much. Timing was off. Some of our guys are, you could tell, they prioritize dancing, and some guys, they prioritize, you know, the performance side of it, which can either work for you or backfire in a group, right? We were okay here. But then, every time you heard one person, there was something, like, as it switched from one feature to another, you were hopeful that somebody was going to bring stability, and it just further dropped in the, what is it? Tone awareness, I guess. I don't know the best way to word it. Like, we're not being aware of how we're projecting, or we really put all of our eggs in the basket of doing the dance, that we weren't prioritizing the actual singing aspect of it. It's forced. Yeah. He had potential. You've heard the dun 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 dun. And then we didn't quite catch breath in the best place for the phrase to continue on tempo. Oh, my Supergirl. That's the "Oh my Supergirl" that you hear in the back. And then we started to project into shouting here. The only person I could see possibly escape the no stars would be maybe the guy in the back here, but even then he's not head above the rest in once again stability of our vocals. It was that yeah. And then the out in, we're not really using our torso, swinging it around, the ponies. This one, out of pretty much most of these full cans we've seen, this one was hard for me to not laugh out of the cringe of it. Does that make sense? Because part of it is we're hyping up our audience, but are we oblivious to the tone deaf symptoms that are harmonizing or attempting to harmonize with you? There's no awareness, I think, is what really made me, I was baffled. I was taken aback by this, honestly, out of them all. And in my heart, I really wish that everybody stayed and we could, have some improvement and everybody has the opportunity to grow. But Boys Planet 2 is not set up that way, unfortunately, and there are people who are going home immediately after evaluations. And I do believe these guys are going to be recipients of that. In the arm swing, it was this right here. He's off time, and he's the complete wrong side. And then he has a little jump in the back. And then we have do you see? And also just the different degrees of reverbs. We have none. We have some. We have only reverb, right? That was, God, this ending really took me aback and a front. Wow. This one was the hardest, I think, to watch without getting emotionally pulled out of the discomfort it made me feel. Right, so I'm going to be very clear. I think this one I have the most confidence in. Then I don't think anybody's going to be receiving a star, which I'm sad to say. But I'm really hopeful that they continue on their journeys, and maybe we'll see them in the future being able to showcase immense growth. Okay, next we have, I believe it's Tuani, and it's a Pentagon's track. Looks like Tonge Guri. We got a little umbrella. What a fun start. Hi. Why?
어려하게 오는 구구가고 깨지는 성이는 굴굴 식단없이 하는 눈은 난 나끼리 구하마도 안 두고 나도 따라 해봐 오바 오바 하는 거 다 해봐 오바 오바 똑같은 듯 쉽겠지만 걱정하세요 찬선이면 될거 어지럽게 별로 대구 개굴리 노래할랜다 대구 굴러가 막힌 거 뺀다 새로 보면 착한 놈 많이 잊지마 결국 그런 놈들 나도 하더라 개굴리 만들지 아무도 개나 만들지는 어디 개굴리 만들지 마 이런 뻔한 세상 번호 거쳐내요 저 구멍동사 위에 발을 따라오는 짓고 허시고 아리따워 우리 님과 채널 말을 살고 싶어 저 구멍동사 위에 발을 따라오는 짓고 허시고 아리따워 우리 님과 채널 말을 살고 싶어.
These guys may also unfortunately be recipients of no stars, which then makes me go back to look at how I was doing some of my other ones, where was I too harsh on those that I was issuing no stars? I'm going to stay true to how I've been looking at these. I just have more confidence behind these no star issues, like that me issuing them. Okay, so with this one, when we touch on talent, charisma, and potential, right? Stage presence, potential, and the competency of craft that you choose to pursue. They have really fun stage presence. It makes you want to wish them well, right? You want to look at it favorably. It's enticing in that sense. But then we have this Then when you hear them, there's a strain behind how we're approaching our phrases, right? And our timing is off as well. It definitely has a Kiowa, Kiyomi nuance to it, which could be helping on the performance side. Knocks on the head. Drop it low, bringing it up high. Come on, kick line. You could also hear them be affected by those kicks that they just did. Little belly bounce. Timing's is getting off in our phrases. And when you do with a group like Pentagon or a track like that, that's where track selection comes into play, where there's certain expectations that are affiliated based on the track that you choose. Pentagon's known for singing live and being competent in doing it very well, which is why you don't see them pursuing heavy dance in equivalence to other groups of their generation. Part of it was just the luck of the draw. Unfortunately, they were in the period of time where they were bridging. There was the scene, the K-pop scene was pursuing going more dance heavy in their groups and then their discography, and Pentagon just got the loose end of that stick, the short end of that stick. But they are freaking powerhouses vocally, right? ATEEZ is great on the vocal side, very full, consistent BTS. There's many groups that on the boy group side that showcase that, and that's what they're known for. And so Pentagon is one of those groups, just like BTS is known for synchronicity, just like &TEAM's known for that, or the full out energy when you look at a very early on TXT track. So that's going to work against them here because of the track it is. If you've heard the song, it's safe to assume that there's a degree of fullness that's backed up by it. And having two people do a track that's normally meant for more than two people, that's a risk in that too. Timing's off, but we ended up getting together at that point to a degree, but then one of my guys is either too early or one's too late. So a belly bounce again, and they bend. I mean, I'm happy that we get to see them, and it is unfortunate that this will probably be the end of the road in this way, but I hope that they're able to grow and to continue to showcase and pursue their dream. they want to be an idol, that we're able to see that come to fruition in the future. Next up, we have Bang Bang Bang, Big Bang. We saw a trio do this song, and I was pretty close to what they ended up getting in K, is what I kind of said there. So we're going to put Bang times 3. Who is this? Juanya. Why does that sound familiar? Dun, dun. Home, no? Yeah, Juan. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Bang Bang Bang. Let's go. Looks like a soloist. Oh, bless his heart. Oh, we gave himself 3 stars too. Bam! My mom says it like that. Bam!
Bam, 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 bam. 자, 좀 참아라. 자, 좀 참아. 자, 좀 참아라. 자, 좀 참아. 오늘 밤 귀찮보자. 자, 귀찮고. 오늘 밤 귀찮보자. Bam, bam, bam.
Gosh. Here's what makes it hard sometimes is that we know they put the stars on themselves, and he put 3 stars on. If he put, like, here's the thing. Did it have the same degree of cringe as, let's say, Chick Chick Boom did from our Daegu guy? Yes. Here's why they resonate differently. My Daegu guy only put 1 star. He put 3 stars. So there's this, with what kind of stars they're choosing to present, showcases where mentally they believe they are in competency. And so if he has this confidence, he's like, I'm going to be one of the best that you see today. That's what 3 stars equals, right? But then he goes and this is what is showcased. And then it's really hard for me as somebody who's using these types of context clues and trying to make educated guesses and assume in some spaces, that is he aware of his lack of finding the right rhythm, the timing, getting the choreography correct, the projection? Is he aware that he's not doing those things? Because what he's showing on his little sticker is no, he's not. But my Daegu guy from the K planet, he only had 1 star. So that was a safer assumption and a safer guess for me to know he understands that he's like, I'm trying my best here. I know I'm not the best, but I'm going to do my best. Right? That's what that reads. So, oh, bless it. He's going to get a very strong no star, unfortunately, for this. Cause that's a component to look at with this, right? Does it make me excited though to see the episode? Are we gonna see him as an extra? Maybe. Man, we got a lot of no stars in a row. Ooh. I think we've reached the compilation portion of the no stars. If we're getting this many in a row in order. We're not hitting, like we're not matching. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. And if you're choosing to change the key, which is what he chose to do, and we're not even getting close to hitting what it should be, that's gonna be an unfortunate note given to. Da 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 da. Tell me you know the song, you don't tell me you don't know the song. I love this song. Now, can I say TOP section? Ask me to rap Doom Dada, different story. For this one, no, I can't do his section, but I understand the syllables, and I understand the timing of the syllables enough to know that this boy, unfortunately, was not, he may get docked aggressively by our rap master, right? And that's what caught me off guard. That's what started it for me. I mean, some of it is like, okay, it's unfortunate, but then when it's da-na, 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 normally you're expecting it to go high, and he just bellows out. He's just saying it, right? I laugh out of just being baffled at the lack of awareness, right? Or maybe he is aware and he's like, I'm just gonna go for it and use this as my shield and try my best. I don't know. Maybe Mnet will show us, maybe they won't. But based on what I'm given here, it's not a lot and it's not helping me enjoy it as much as I could. Like, falls a little flat here. Timing's off on our moves. And he's not supplementing in charisma or potential as much. He does have that GD suit on though, yeah? Baya, baya, baya. And we even have a backtrack that he could be listening for, and it's not. He's not listening. Yeah, so I'm just trying to help. If you're somebody that's watching all of these with me, welcome and bless you. But if you watch this and you're like, this should make me feel the same way as the guy from Daegu did, but it doesn't. I am curious if they are going to respond similarly, because I didn't. And I'm just trying to just navigate alongside you guys as to why it didn't resonate the same, even though the quality of the competency, meaning like how we're executing the vocals, how we're doing the dance to the song that was chosen, it fell just as flat, but it's hitting different. I don't think it's because he's Chinese. I think it falls more so in the line of he's got 3 stars on there and not 1, right? Because you have to put a star down, but he put 3, which showcases I have confidence and I'm going to kill it. But he killed the song, but not in a good way. Do you know what I mean? So that's why that's why it's harder for me to pick up on, is he even aware? And then in that case, it causes you to take a step back and go, oh, do you know where you are? Like, do you know how to properly gauge yourself compared to other people? Can you read the room, right? It gives that lack of awareness, which to me can impact potential, right? If we're not able to look at reality of where we're at, right? And I'm not saying he's terrible. No, I'm saying he has a lot of areas that need to grow in that he may not have the opportunity to grow in on this show based on the format it's at. You can grow, but I don't think he's in a position or a baseline. I don't think he meets the criteria of the baseline to grow in this show, which is unfortunate. But it just makes you ask many, many questions. Okay, next up, it's Tap by Taeyong. Okay, we already got through 1 page. Next page is up. This is by Bill and Nijulep. Bill. I think I'm putting either the company or location in which these people are from. N-E-T-U-Lep. And then this song is Tap. Okay, so this can swing. It's either going to be really cool or there's going to be a lot of areas to grow in, just like all the other ones, right? They all have that same choice. Let's go!
2, 3, go. 이하고라는 cheese, you make a piece. 너를 김새게 하지 바로 이건 그바의 kiss. 너를 기다릴 순 없으니 I give you tease. Why 이렇게 귀엽지 귀엽지. 감소생 Yeah, I'm saucing on you. Talking about the case, spicy like a baby ramen. You addicted, I'm swagging on you. Let it dance while sweating on the floor, you know. Tap, 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 tapping on me. 저기처럼 보여지는 다시 슬그머니. 나도 위치 그리겠지. Look good on me. I'm a victim, 뭐를 다른 표정을 짓지. Tap, 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 tapping on me. Tap, 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 tapping on me. Tap, 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 tapping on me. Tap, tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, go. Saucy. Tap, tap, tapping on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Tap, 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 tapping on me. Tap, 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 tapping on me. Tap, 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 tapping on me. Tap, 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 tap. Saucy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, one more time.
Tap, tap, tap. Saucy. Uh-oh.
They're gonna play this. They're playing this group in the episode. I'm saying that right now. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder if they get scared. I find that hilarious that he did that. I love the adrenaline rush that he got. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, I can see them swing 2 stars. Easily 2 stars. Possibly teeter to a 3. Part of it comes from, remember, your panel, they're people. And they are going off of subjective criteria. I mean, I've kind of had to do that too, even when we look at these, because it comes down to your knowledge of the industry. And especially when we're dealing with C Planet, yes, we know C and K are going to end up coming together to make one group, but it used to not be like that. C was originally supposed to just go and be a part of the Chinese market, right? So the tricky part is now how we were operating in the expectations to C versus K. Was it going to be the same? I don't know. With some people, maybe. But this beginning and intro was really nice, full, isolated. All of that is nice. His tone is, yeah, da-da, ba-da. So having the holes and the draws into the da-da interruptions were cool. Drop it down, that Y. They are not, I mean, it could just be the choreography too. We're going to chalk it up to that because I hadn't really analyzed or done a breakdown of this choreo yet. Top it down, the ramyan. And also, it sounds like phonetically they're in line with tone and diction. Good diction on it. Tap it on me. They're pretty together. We are not internalizing, but we're showcasing a sense of resistance in our torsos, most likely to make sure that we're singing live. They're pretty stable for the most part. They're gonna probably appreciate how low his tone is in that moment, right? He has some little charismatic moments there, which helps. Charming moments. One is a little bit more on like the Kiowa, like cutie side, and the other is more on like the what's up side, right? Which helps kind of, what is it? It helps make both of them complementary to each other, right? Which is cool. That's saucy, the turn is fine. The tapping on me with the head is fine. The lifts of the arms is cool. Arm swings are nice. And then they end up doing a Bismarcky, which is cool. A little patty cake. And then it says my guy in green wasn't really using his torso as much as my guy in white there. It could just be the hips on that too. Tapping on me. And switch up on the heels. Pick up with the legs. Saucy. And then he has the... I can't get over that. That was funny. Based on how I've been looking at these, I could see, especially if you deal with a ton of no stars in one go and then you see a performance like this, they could be looked at more favorably. I would lean more 2-star for both. But if they ended up getting all-star, it wouldn't be super surprising either. But my gut's weighing more on the 2-star because of the projection of the performance. It's resonating similarly to the way Bang 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 from the K Planet was coming across, they were clean and they hit everything, but we were missing the projection quality. But could that be summed up to there was a different expectation of intensity or captivation required because of the track? There's always that I may not have been able to pick up on as effectively as I would when I was looking at Bang Bang Bang. So there's that. I know my own limitations there, so that's why I wouldn't be surprised. I would be more surprised if they dropped from 2 stars, but I could see them hit, yeah, I would say a solid 2 stars for sure. All-star maybe, depends on proportions and that kind of stuff. Finally, we have, is it Fever by Enhypen? We're ending on Enhypen with both shows, isn't it? Funny, huh? So I'm going to say they're going to show this one. Yeah. So this is going to be Fever. Now it's going to be the battle of the Enhypens. Who did the better Enhypen duo is the question, right? So this is Nua? Nua. Is that an agency? Or is that a group? I don't know. Oh, yeah. And also another question that I will find out here soon in the episode is, are we going to have veteran, experienced contestants that may not have been in like the Korean survival show, maybe in the Chinese equivalences? Or are they members from K-pop groups that are Chinese? I don't know. I'm excited though.
오랜 같은 눈 붉은 눈빛 왜 기미엔 둘을 흔들지 엉켜에 앉은 네 앞에 설 때 내 안에 타는 불길
Wow.
돌아가는 두꺼운 손이 너를 찾아도 Cannot have it 너에게 쏟아서 날 절대 하지만 네 그리지 난 앞에서도 널 보내 멈춰 제발 멈추지 마 멈춰 제발 멈추지 너 때문에 온몸이 타올라 너 때문에 심장이 목말라 Like fever, fever, fever 널 알고 싶어 널 알고 싶어 밀어내던 내 안에 타올라 새가 되던 불꽃이 피어나 Like fever, fever, fever 널 알고 싶어 널 알고 싶어
They did very well. Probably one of the strongest out of all of the C groups or C showings that we just saw in this whole excerpt. They should quite easily get All-Star. That was really, really well done. Wow, wow, wow. That was great. Okay, okay. Yeah. I wonder if they'll show their talents, because that's what the other Enhypen Trainee A group was. Good tone setting. They complemented each other quite well. The reach out is nice. And the accents with the chest, you can clearly see the different ISOs that are part of the choreography. You see that present here, but you also see, like, their tone is stable. We're not cutting off our movement for the sake of maintaining vocal stability, and that's a commendable thing. It shows the thoroughness of practice, all that good stuff. We love it. Like those hands. Let's go. Yeah, great fullness, especially from my guy with the black hair. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Yeah. Great usage with our shoulders on that. Boom, doom, doom. Which I know enough of this choreography. I hadn't done a breakdown of it with Enhypen, but I've seen this section enough to know that the shoulders are very interesting components of the polyrhythm of these arms. And the fact that we saw that so clearly here was really nice, and it was a very captivating element, right? Fever, fever, fever. And wishful thinking, would love to have heard them go for the high note there, but with your head rotating around, that is way easier said than done, right? They were very strategic. They were smart, and when they were vocalizing, they were going live with it. They weren't abstaining from singing too much. Great balance. Come on, breath. This is your breather. AKA, you're still dancing, but you're not singing, so you can breathe. Get your breath. And there's breath in the music, right? And the pull-up was great. Good bridge recover for my guy there. So if we were going to say who is more comfortably in the all-star ranking compared to the other, I would say he definitely has showcased a lot of risk-taking, versatility, and projection stability. I mean, my other guy did as well. The charisma of the song matches how he's presenting himself as well. Quite well. Yeah, it's convincing. Arm swings are nice. Pull-in is cool with a nice finish. Nicely done, guys. So yeah, I'm excited to see this one. This one would definitely get shown, and I can have some confidence in that they're going to get all-star. That was very clear to see here. Wow, but I really don't know any of the individuals that we saw in the C group. I don't know their affiliations, if they're known. I think the only thing I've recognized is Chromosome. I've heard of that. I believe it is an agency. Is it Lay's agency? Lay has one. I just forgot what it's called. But yeah, point though, this was really fun. I enjoyed this. I want to hear from you guys. Out of all of the full cams that we've had the privilege of seeing together, K and C, which one was your favorite? Oh man, I really liked this one. I really liked IST's, which was the very first one that we saw in Group K. That was Misfit. That one was so commendable, so well done, and properly rehearsed. I would say it was nice to see Very, but an honorable mention for somebody who ended up going home. But man, was it fun to watch him, was our Chick Boom Daegu guy. Oh man, but who knows who's gonna be that kind of role here in their episode? I'm not sure, but I am really excited to see the parallel instance of seeing Boys Planet C. Y'all know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.